Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the table of crap, which is surprisingly clean up until that point where there's just a layer of toy cars and Lego and more toy cars and more toy cars, and there's a pigeon over there, and there's, oh, this is a screwdriver. Why would I have a screwdriver here? Goodness knows. Well, if you read the title of the video, then you obviously know why I have a screwdriver. Whoop, 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 whoop. But today we're looking at a set that I managed to pick up inside a charity shop for a grand total of less than £5 grand spanking English pounds. And it doesn't come with a free pigeon who coos and makes a lot of bell noises when you're trying to make a video in the background. No, it certainly doesn't. But today we're going to be looking at a very classic British toy, which I'm holding in my left hand, balancing. A very classic British toy that has been around for an awfully long time, can't be bothered to figure out how long, and has helped to inspire, educate, and teach children about the importance of not being a colossal fuck-up when you're making things. Yes, indeed, today we are looking at the Meccano No. 4 motorised set, which makes 63 models. Step-by-step manual shows you how to build them, one at a time. For 7-year-olds and over, and you've got a face there of what is definitely a 7-year-old, yes, and you see, I want to make that one, but I don't actually think I've got the pieces to make it, and I'm also lazy as hell, so I won't. But yes, it's a motorised Meccano set. This one is from 1978, according to the instruction manual, and I love it to bits. It is obviously being Meccano, and there are going to be bits and pieces that are missing, because of course there's going to be things that are missing in a set like this. But enough of it's there for us to construct something. So let's, it's literally just the box. I'll tell you what, I'll lift this bit, and you can see that's pretty much all there is on the side. There you go, it shows you the bits and pieces, and HP2 batteries required. These are all the things that you can use. Yes. So yes, Meccano. Yoink! If you've never seen Meccano, as I said, it is a construction toy. This is the first Meccano I've ever owned, ironically, outside of some really rusty stuff that I got shot of originally. But it is basically things like this. They're cast or set pieces of metal with holes in them that you screw in to construct items. And that's literally it. They come with things like cogs or wheels, which you can then use with band, which I'm surprised these are in here and they're still in one piece, to create shafts to drive things. Yeah, this is the level of stuff that we're working at, and this is the set that I picked up. Quite a lot of it's in here, including the motor, which I'm not going to test now, because I have already tested it, and it is a pain in the backside to get going. But here is a video of it being tested, and this definitely didn't go on my Twitter some time ago. So as you can see from my incompetence, that does work. So I won't be showing you that now because as I said we've done that. But those bits are up there. In fact, you've seen it. Those bits are up here. What have we got here? We've got one tool set. It's missing a lid. Comes with lots of little bits and pieces. These are the wires for the motors, as you've seen. Lots of little things like this. These bits are actually plastic, which surprises me. These longer side panels, you'd assume these are bodywork, are not actually meant to be any kind of structural integrity. That's a large piece. A few bits and pieces. Got quite a few of these spanners. There's 3 of them in this set for some reason. Lots of bits and pieces. Little screw. We've also got the hook from the crane that's meant to be Big Bertha, who won't be making that. I said some bits and pieces up here, including this. This will be fun. Yes, I am going to build something. Yes, I did knock the camera. Deal with it. Don't actually know what I'm going to be building. There's an instruction manual that we'll have a look at in a minute, but we're just looking at the bits we've got. Then we've got these small tyres. These are rubberized. Don't actually have Meccano written on them, which is weird. These bits do have Meccano. What about these larger ones, if we can get them out? Come on, come on, come on. You want to come out. I know you want to come out. There we go. Bigger tyres, got 3 bolts in them for good measure. They don't really do anything. You take a shaft, which you've got in there, and you put them in and then sort of screw in there, and yeah, go for it. Not rubberized, completely plastic, but they are what they are. We've got some large pulley wheels for being large. I don't know, large and proud and large, I don't know. Missing the screwdrivers that came with the set, which is why we brought our own screwdriver. I think I've got the right one. If not, I'll have to grab another one. Here we go. This one is a lot heavier. and actually has its plastic covering on the top, which we're now going to take off to reveal more Meccano. And these are the important bits. Lots of washers and screws, and yeah, these are going to be the bits that we're going to be going through a lot to make this happen. I'm probably going to build something out of the manual once I've read it or had a look at it. I'm going to build something just off the top of my head, and the chances are that will be a hyperlapse of me building it, so we can just see what goes on. A couple more screws, bits and pieces. Don't know what that is. It's a thing. Yes, thing. But you get the gist of what we're doing. Here's our excuse me. Here's our axle, a round axle. We've only got 2 of those by the looks of it, so we won't be building anything particularly exciting with wheels, but we'll definitely attempt to construct something with it. But as you can see, that's the general gist of what we have. Yes, things. I know what I want to attempt to build, and it's going to be an absolute bloody disaster. Oh, but that's what's inside the set, and of course we've got some things here as well. Nothing too exciting, nothing too much to worry about. To assemble your Meccano motor, do all this crap. Please note, part C is missing. But the motor does still work somehow, which is good because it's, 41 years old now? Brings your models to life. The Meccano system includes a power unit for practically every purpose. There are clockwork and electric motors and a real steam engine. One electric motor even has a 6-speed gearbox. For more details, see your local Meccano dealer. Oh, I know my local Meccano dealer. He's called Steve. He sells out his house in the daytime. He gets all the weird people coming to buy a lot of white powder. 1977. There you go. That's how I know when this is from. Yes, and we've got a couple of books as well. We've got the Meccano Book of Models and the Meccano Book of Models. We got 2. Don't actually know what this set is meant to be, but it does show you some of the things you could build. It appears you don't actually need axles to construct stuff, which hadn't even occurred to me. And this is why Meccano is great, because you learn stuff immediately. But we are going to be building something. I mean, Canada. Oh, these are stickers. Oh, somebody went to Canada. Oh, my brother lives in Canada. Welcome to the world of Meccano. Let's read the Dutch version. Nasom do ha fata. No, that's not rude, do that. Now you have your own set of Meccano. You will find endless pleasure in constructing the models, in showing them to your friends, playing with them, and even making some of them work for you. Oh, you know what I mean? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. In this manual, there are a wide choice of different models to build with detailed step-by-step instructions for most of them. But your real fun starts when you begin to design your own models, and therefore build us the next military army to take over the Germans, because we're British and we can't let that bloody shit go. This is actually kind of useful, I suppose. This is teaching us how to construct things that are thingy, and I probably should have read this. Yeah, this appears to be an instruction manual for putting things together, and then we've got a lot of construction things: scales, motorcycle, forklift truck, Ferris wheel. The ironic thing is it actually looks better in the camera than it does in real life. Nice 1970s printing. Helicopter. Let's make a helicopter. A racing car. Vroom, 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 motherfucker. Oh, there we go. A crane. It's a crane. We can make a crane. We're not going to make a crane, but you see how it works. I was actually going to make, because obviously I've looked at this, I was actually going to make the one of these field guns. I don't think it was this one. I think there's another field gun somewhere in these instructions. But I was going to make that just as an example of what can be made. And, we've got a list of all parts. So if you want to know what all of Meccano is, pause the video as you find fit. Yes, and here we have the Book of Models from Meccano. This is the motorized set, so I assume these are the ones that include the motors. So let's just go to a random page. This appears to be there we go, it's a jet fighter. Yes, doesn't have a motor in it, this one, but hey, you can dream. So again, it's all just kind of Meccano construction and things and ways to build. Like here appears to be a system for running cogs through a turbine of death with machine guns, and here is a way of turning things. Yes, now do you make the car go forward and back? This is actually, yeah, so there's the drive for the motor, just rubber band to this. Well, I don't know how that would work, because surely the wheels are taller than the motor host. We don't question Meccano. Do not question the wisdom of the 70s. You weren't born in the 70s. You're not allowed to question it. But you get the gist. There's a lot of things in here that you can build and construct and generally have fun with. Or in my case, absolutely screw everything up. The combat crane, highway, and army sets. They're a little bit special, but every bit Meccano. Oh, look at these cool, hip kids from the 70s. Probably they're all going to be, about 10 years from retirement now, aren't they? Look, he's got a biplane because we've got to shoot the Germans down, and he's got a lorry because we've got to rebuild Germany after we destroyed it, and he's got an ambulance and a lorry to spot the Germans, and he's got a crane to help pick up things that are being brought in by German trains. I don't know why I'm going on about the Germans so much. I like the Germans. 3 models from the army set, one being a tank. I kind of wish I had the army set because I would totally build the tank because I'm a weirdo. Interesting looking models. Oh, look, that one actually has a German cross on it. Yeah. Oh, that has a German cross and a Canadian flag. And that appears to be the same Canadian flag that's on the front of this one. So I wonder if the person who owned this set also had the military one. That's an interesting concept. 3 models from the crane set, 3 models from the highway set. They look quite interesting. And 3 models from the combat set. I think I'd rather have the tank from the army set in combat, although the plane, it's a grasshopper. That's interesting. But anyway, let's regret my life choices and what it is I choose to do. Now, obviously, I said I've never technically done anything with Meccano whatsoever, so we're going to do the first thing that anybody does when they get Meccano, even though I haven't actually done this yet, because the first thing I did was test the motor. And we're going to put together 2 pieces of metal and pretend that we are an engineering genius. Yes. So you can say, attach this like this, and then we put the bolt on the end here. You can see there's a washer in the middle, and that stops them rubbing together, so it's far more likely to resist. And then, so now we've got a joint that does this, and we've got a train signal. There's a train coming. Oh, you can go through. No, you can't. Or maybe you've got something to beat your friends to death with when they're looking at you in awkward ways, and you don't want them to. Now, we do get this. I assume if you hold this, there we go. We can use the wrench head, which that one doesn't want to work. What about this one? There we go. We can use the wrench head. Oh, this reminds me of rebuilding organs. To twist it the wrong way and therefore undo it. And we're going to try and tighten it up enough to hold it in place. There we go. That's got tight. And now that is, that's not moving. And it's got a washer in between. That works surprisingly well, actually. I said I've never played around with Meccano. It still exists. They still make sets. But yeah, so there's that. That's something. Let's attach a wheel. Let's see if we can put a wheel on this and a wheel on that side, and we'll make the world. Oh, that's actually kind of sticky. Maybe we shouldn't use these wheels. These wheels are sticky. That's probably incredibly toxic and physically killing me as I'm talking to you right now. Right, we'd need probably a longer screw for this, so we're going to put the longest one through. We need a washer on this side. Yep, and we'll probably need a washer on that side, which obviously I need to add. And we've got a nut. I probably could have quite enjoyed these as a kid. As I've never had Meccano. It's obviously I was a Lego child. I probably would have quite enjoyed something like this, though. Although I couldn't help but think that I probably would have eaten half the part. So if I tighten this, because now we've got a wheel, and as you can see, it spins, and that's quite good. I like that. But if we tighten this, just like so, so it doesn't come loose. Yes, that means the wheel can't spin either, which is, fair enough. Oh, it does still spin it. Now, what I've constructed here is, you might not recognize it, but you've seen those people that walk around the town. They've got a wheel on the end for measuring things. I have constructed a child's version of this wheel, so I'm going to walk around the house now measuring stuff like this. So as you can see, Meccano, 10 out of 10. Fantastic at scaring birds. He's all right, honest. I've had to bring him down because one of my budgies has died, and he was quite fond of the budgie, so I brought him down for company. But yeah, you can make stuff with Meccano. I don't really know where I'm going with this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move the camera so it's at a different angle, and I'm going to attempt to construct a device that has some kind of motion in it. And this could be a very long process, so it's going to be hyperlapsed. So it could last like a minute for me, or probably about 19 years. So let's crack on and see what crap I can make without an instruction manual. I'm measuring the paper. Okay, I'm stopping now. And so here is the curation that I came up with. I did originally want to make like a drawbridge, a kind of opening bridge that I wanted to sort of motorize to, lift up and down. But unfortunately, in the short amount of time I've given myself, because I have given myself a short amount of time, because it's a YouTube video and you don't want to be watching me play with Meccano forever, I'm quite sure. I couldn't figure out how to do that, and I wasn't going to look up any guides. So I decided instead that I was going to make originally a trike, but then it just ended up being this weird contraption, which is basically only a couple of pieces bolted together with some wheels on the front, wheels on the back, and this chain, which you may have noticed I set up wrong to start with, and then set the motor up wrong, because I'm really clever at this. These bands are 40 years old. It's still okay. That's kind of terrifying. The wheels have these absolutely teeny tiny knob ends in them, which I originally thought were rubbish when I was looking through, because I saw one. I was like, oh god, it's snapped. But no, they're the ends that you use to attach the wheels to things. So that was fun. But yeah, I've gone through and I have built it. I haven't tested to see if it works. I don't have high hopes, if I'm completely honest with you. I also bent the motor contact a little bit. I mean, twisting this bit does cause movement. So feasibly, as long as the motor works, which it did last time I tested it, it should be fine. I meant to do that. So really the only thing that we've got left to do right now, other than to maybe add something on the front that's completely bloody pointless, is to take it outside whilst we still have light, which we're going to lose very shortly, and test it. So Hey, off I go! I really walked away from the camera carrying the Meccano set like I was immediately about to go outside without the bloody camera. I'm really good at being a YouTuber person. Okay, so here we are outside. I totally didn't spend just 25 minutes messing around with this motor, rewiring it, and then realising that I set it up wrong. But the motor is working. Now, I've only tested the motor's working, I haven't actually tested if the mechanism itself works. So let's go ahead and attach these in place. Easier said than done. You watch it snap, that'll really make me cross. I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to pretend to be a kid from the 70s. Nope. Nope. Right. So something's gone wrong there. That's that switch. Okay. So we'll plug this back in. Okay, so doesn't work. Right, okay, this isn't the end of this. It's not. Honest, I need a screwdriver. Ta-da! Screwdriver. So, obviously what I've done is I've overestimated the power that this motor can put out. Forgot it was 40 years old. I was originally going to do this with just the one wheel at the back, which might have to be, oh no, boom, poopy bum fluff. Oh, I don't want to lose that bit. Those tiny knobby bits there, absolutely tiny, do not want to lose. So I'm going to have to, well, I'll put that there for now. It's in there, remind me later. So, wait a minute. This might just be a problem with my construction and the way that I built it. Let's just move that ever so slightly away from there. I can feel it. It wants to make a move, but it can't. Well, I think we're done. It's ooh. Go on. Go on. Go on. Tricycle. Oh, so desperate for something I've built to work. Oh. So, Meccano. There we go. That's as far as it gets. Hey, it's trying. It's trying. Yeah, well loved and very long lived toy production type thing that is fairly entertaining to play with, regardless of what you actually can do with it. As you've seen, I've been a bit incompetent with it. I couldn't, unfortunately, finish what I wanted to do, but maybe, just maybe, there's hope for me in the future as an engineer. And by that I mean no hope whatsoever. But you do get to see this. That makes it all better. Oh, actually. Yes, this I call the automatic finger Mikata. You use it to trim your fingernails. You can buy this now on all the shopping channels, I tell you. It's very popular, you just have to come across it in a charity shop. Yes, this finger massager. Oh gosh, it's real. Whoa! Is it... I love my Meccano beard trimmer. It's so professional. I probably have tetanus now, don't I? But yeah, it's working now. Okay, that's enough of that. I want to keep playing with it. Regardless, Meccano, very good. Actually, a lot better than I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be a bit sort of, yeah, it's all right. It's old, doesn't work very well. The motor, surprisingly enough, works quite well. It worked better once I figured out that you had to put it in the right way. I have, for all of my testing purposes, as far as I can tell, been putting it in completely the wrong way. Although now I can't even get the motor off, so great. Because the two pins I had facing up and down, and they're actually supposed to be, there we go. I had the pins like that, and originally I had the pins facing up and down, and the piece we have left is here. You know, the connectors go through here and in here, so it didn't work for that reason, but it actually worked quite effectively there. And once we took a bit of weight off and messed around with it, it did actually work, and I reckon with some more tweaking I could have made this work. But yeah, no, Meccano, actually quite enjoyed that. I was thinking of selling the set when I was done with it, but I think I'm actually going to keep it. I'm going to do the blasphemous thing now. I think I might get rid of the box and actually get proper storage for this and start picking it up, because it was quite a lot of fun, and it's the sort of thing I could definitely see myself fiddling around with friends. Anyway, thanks for watching. If I come across more Meccano, old or new, I will definitely be having a look. That's a problem. You see these. That's a problem. The screws for the wheels have started to come undone just by a small bit of turning. So there's an engineering problem I need to go across. Definitely see how this would work wonders with kids and teaching them things about engineering and how to make stuff work and how things work and power to weight distribution and all that stuff that makes me sound intelligent when really I'm thick as two short planks. But yeah, if you enjoyed that content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Did you play with Meccano as a kid? Probably. Most of my subscribers seem to be about 1 million years older than me, which I'm absolutely fine with. And Meccano still exists, so even the younger ones could play with Meccano right now. I should really be doing this off camera, but you know what you're going to do. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think, tell me what you'd like to see in the future, and I hope you all have a glorious, glorious day. Oh, damn it.